In this video, we're going to be looking at applying for your visa on your phone, eVISA on your phone, your tourist tax levy, and your health and customs declaration with your arrival QR code. Okay, firstly going to step you through how to apply for an eVISA on your mobile phone. The only difference is the web address which you go to. You can actually access the normal laptop style web address if you just go to evisa.imigratie.go.id, but if you add /web/application_VOA, takes you to this. So what we'll do is we'll go through here. Firstly, select airport, which is this one here, Ngurare International. Payment types at counter or credit card. We'll do credit card because we don't want to go to the counter. This is the whole idea, is saving time. And then it goes to scan passport. You get the reader, which comes up, it wants to allow access to your camera. So you'd have to say allow, waiting. And if you're finding that it just remains buffering, try this other web address, which is, instead of VOA, change it to BVK, which is what we've got here with the arrow. And once again, it goes back to the official website, Indonesia visa exemption and visa on arrival registration, down to visa on arrival, apply, and we're back to where we were. So we've got visa application apply in the yellow, payment download visa, airport selection, Ngurare International, credit card payment, scan passport, wait for the reader, allow access, okay. We've got the window here where we have to get the bottom of our passport in there. And I'm not sure it's done it, but it's filled out all my information. Add phone number. And we've put the phone number in, comes down passport type or document type passport. It already should have your number in. Country, Australia is already in there. Date of expiry of the passport is on there. Issuing country. Address in Indonesia is wherever you'll be staying first. So get the address in, and then you have to select the city from the drop-down box. That's a bit tricky, but if you can type in something where you're going to be staying, but mostly it will probably be Denpasar if you're in the southern part. The rest of it comes up by itself. Bali, immigration office. I'm not sure what else is in there, but that's what comes up automatically. Email and confirm your email. Now this orange text put me off a little bit by saying after successful registration, go to the VOA counter, which we don't want to do. So pretty much bypass that, go down to the declaration and just follow all the prompts from there on in, and you should be fine. But I will be doing mine on the PC as all my information is preloaded. I'm going to bail out at this moment, but that is if you want to do it on your phone. Instead of VOA at the end of that application web address, you put in BVK. And this will work. So, but I'm going to escape, so I'm going back. And there you have it. That's one way to do it on your phone. If you just go for the standard eVISA, which is from evisa.imigrasi.go.id, if you go to that website, it's exactly the same as what you'd find on your laptop. The application, payment and download visa, so the 3 points. And here, it's exactly the same as on the web address. So if you do it on your laptop, it's exactly the same. You need to upload. It doesn't scan the document. So you'd need to upload an image of your passport. And they give you the right way and the wrong way of how to do it. And don't do it that way. Do it landscape. You have to then upload the images of yourself. So you need to have all of these preloaded onto your phone. If you're going to do it on your phone, keep them somewhere handy where you can access them pretty quickly. Once again, they've got the minimum 400 by 600 pixels, no less than 2 megabytes. And the correct way to do it, including some of the shoulders. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect like that. Same again, gives you the right and wrong ways of how to do it. You go through there and it's exactly the same as the website. So I'm not sure what the benefit is of doing it on your phone. If you haven't got a laptop, perhaps, maybe, then you can do it through your phone. But it's identical to the video that we've already put up on how to apply for eVISA using your laptop. And now we apply for the Tourist Levy. And we've gone to Love Bali website, and that is lovebali.baliprov.go.id. Click on that and it takes us to their homepage, where automatically comes up with the Tourist Levy 150,000 rupiah on the right hand side there. Pay as a single or pay as a group. In my case, I'll be paying as a group because there's 2 of us. Then below that is Pay Tourist Levy. Hit that and that'll take you to the next screen. Here we enter our arrival date and passport numbers and names and email contact addresses. And you can do multiple tourists here because we click the group. There is 2 showing, and below that is the click box to add more tourists. And once all your group members' details have been filled in, we have the option to continue to payment or go back. And the next screen gives us a tourist details confirmation, where we just check off all the details that we've entered into and we want to confirm for the 2 persons. Okay, so now we get the payment form. We confirm the total amount is 300,000 rupiah. There will be some variation on that depending upon exchange rates, etc. Choose the payment. We've selected from the Visa card and we are just going to submit that. And on this page, need to enter our credit card details. And these will be verified, and you click on the blue button and submit, and that'll take us to the next page where we need to select which currency we would prefer to use. And we have the Australian currency and Indonesian currency. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, which one you select, but if you do select the rupiah, it will go straight to the proceed click button. But if not, and select the Australian, you'll need to put in an email address, and then it will allow you to go to the proceed button. Then just allow a second or 2 for the transaction to be processed, and the receipt will pop up. And there we have payment success and one receipt. Now, if you scroll down, there's not much you can do here, but wait. What they're doing here is sending the Tourist Levy voucher to your email, the one that you submitted when you first started filling out the form, and just wait for that notification and go to your emails and you'll find the new email there addressed to yourself, and it has the purple download click button. Enter onto that and you'll be presented with the voucher to download. You can copy that, print it, do whatever you like with it, and it is there. Once the file's opened in Acrobat, you can download that or print it, whichever suits your purpose. File it wherever you feel comfortable, and you can also perhaps email it to your phone as a PDF attachment. It's what we do, and it's always handy to have on your phone just so you can thrust it out there and say, we have paid the tourist tax levy. I think you'd agree this is one of the more simpler websites to maneuver through. And next up, we'll be doing the Health and Customs Declaration forms. Something else that is available for the in place of the All Indonesia for the health and customs declarations is this app from it's an Indonesian app. It's called All Indonesia, obviously, and unfortunately it's got some very bad reviews. It's got a 1.5 or 1.6 rating, and yeah, a lot of the comments say that it just hangs, it doesn't do things correctly, it changes whatever text you put in there. So I'm not recommending that, but that's another option if you wanted to look at it, but I'm not recommending it. Also, out of interest, if you can get onto, this is still the eVISA.imigracy.go.id official website. If you scroll down, you can do the visa application on this one, and you can also, just underneath the track your application, there is submit arrival card now. So this takes us to the All Indonesia website. So it's another link in, rather than searching for this website, you can take it from the actual eVISA website. And lastly, we'll be doing the arrival card, and we're going to be doing this on the PC version. It's almost identical to the phone option, except that on the phone, you've got the ability to scan the passport, and that will input automatically the information that you have in your passport. But here on the PC, we'll have to put that in manually. Not a big deal. Off we go. From the previous three options, we select Foreign Visitor. This shows us the steps that we have to go through, which are personal information inputting, travel details, mode of transportation and address, which is pretty straightforward, and finally the declaration. Now I have pre-filled this to speed things up, so we're just going to use the drop-down boxes just to put in the information. Now the first thing we see is lead traveller. Now that's if you're in part of a family group or a couple, that one of you only needs to submit this form and get the QR code. So that's why it shows lead traveller. That person will then carry the QR code. Then next to the personal data, you'll see scan MRZ. That is more appropriate to the phone app or the phone website where you can scan the actual passport. So by using the drop-down boxes, fill out the appropriate countries, date of birth, gender, etc., full name and place of birth and passport number. Then fill out the appropriate details for anybody else that is traveling with you by clicking on the Add Traveller box. And then we just click Next. Here we come into the travel details, and because we've already filled this out, this has confirmed the visa with a green tick, and so we click on Next. And this one is for mode of transport and the address of where you'll be staying in Bali. It's either air or sea is the mode of transport. Purpose of your travel is probably obviously holiday or sightseeing. So we'd select those from the drop-down boxes. The place of arrival is DPS Agusti Ngurah Rai Airport, and most likely you'll be on a commercial flight. Select type of air transport from the drop down. Then we have a drop down box for the flight name, which is the airline which will be carrying you. And just a point of interest here, for example, Batik Air Malaysia and Batik Air offer you a different flight number prefix. So in this case, it's OD for Batik Air Malaysia. Batik Air gives you an ID, so that pre-fills, so just be careful of that one. Next is address in Indonesia. From the drop-down box, there's hotel, etc., etc. Select the one that is appropriate, and then underneath that is name of hotel. This allows you to type in the start of the address and it will default, if it's in the list, to the actual hotel. Otherwise, just select others and then type in the hotel name to the right of it. When selecting the city of the hotel, there is a number of different cities that you can actually select from, but what we want to do here, if you're heading to Bali, you would select Kota Denpasar. It's a fair way down the list too, so that's the one you need. The nearest immigration office will self-fill, and then we just go onto the blue button and hit next. And this brings us to the arrival card submission, where we make our declaration. And scrolling down the page, we can see there's a blue arrow next to each question that requires an answer. So we click on that. The first one we come to is the health declaration. And we just read that. Do you have any of the following symptoms? Fever, cough, runny nose, shortness of breath, sore throat, or skin lesions or rashes? Select yes or no. Then we have the countries of origin of departure. That is, in my case, Australia. If you're coming from another country, you would select that particular country. And then we have the quarantine declaration. Are you carrying any animal, fish, plant product? Yes or no. And then go ahead and save that, and you'll be doing that for all the other travellers in your group. So there you just go through the same steps that you've just carried out before. And finally, we get into the customs declaration. Customs declaration of goods carried by passenger and crew members. Once again, the blue arrow next to the question, drop that down and you'll see what information needs to be answered. Number of baggage arriving with you, whether that's including carry-on luggage as well as suitcases. Put that number into here. Are you bringing any goods that need to declare to customs? And that drops down and gives you the A, B, C, D, E, F, G list of things that you might need to declare. And lastly, are you bringing a mobile phone, computer, etc., etc. into the country? Reading the red note underneath there, registration is not required for foreign visitors staying under 90 days. Most cases you'll be ticking yes. Then if you're happy with all of that, tick the I, the applicant, hereby certify, and then submit. And once you hit the submit, you'll come up with a number which you enter into the box to verify your submission. And there we have it, submission summary. We have arrival QR code. You can view the QR code or view the details. So remember, it's only the lead traveller that gets the QR code unless you're filling this out just for yourself. By clicking on to view QR code, this takes you to the arrival QR code, and from here you can download the arrival card or you can print it and save it as a PDF or whatever document you would like. And this is also emailed directly to your inbox that you entered in your personal details. And there you have it. We have our visa, we have our tourist tax levy, and we have our arrival QR code for the customs and health declarations. So all we need to do now is go to Bali.